Hi, welcome to this lab demo. In this lab demonstration, I'm going to take you through Azure portal and show you how to view Azure services, how to create them, how to create a resource group in particular, take you through some of the important settings of the resource group and how to view subscriptions and see some of the details of the subscriptions, etc. So first of all, in order to log in into Azure portal, you need to register. And if you are registering for the first time, you will get 12 months of popular free services. And also depending on the country where you are in, you will get some amount of free credit that needs to be consumed within 30 days. So make sure you are completely ready to trial all the services before you register for Azure, because that credit is only available for 30 days. Okay. And in addition to all these things, you will also get some services that are free forever. So if you want to view the details of what free services are available for 12 months, what free services are available forever, then you come down here. You can see here when you first time register for Azure for 12 months, you will get some compute power in Linux, some compute power in Windows, and also you will get managed disk, blob storage, 5 GB of it, file storage, 5 GB of it, SQL databases with 250 GB, Cosmos DB. All these things are free for 12 months. Okay. And there are some free services that are free forever. For example, app service, which includes free tier. By the way, when you have free tier app service, some of the features of it are not available in free tier. So for example, custom domain is not available in free tier. So you need to keep that in mind before you use free service for learning the things. And you will get 1 million requests per month in functions and some of the other things. Okay. So these are all the free services that you will get when you first time register with Azure. But as I said earlier, unless you are completely ready to trial all the services, do not register with Azure. Okay. Register when you are ready and you have enough time to trial all these services using that free credit. Now let's go into Azure portal. When you first time log in into Azure, the Azure portal looks like this. However, the dashboard here, you might see a different items in the dashboard compared to what you are seeing here, because I already registered some years back and I have different dashboards. If you see here, I have different dashboards that I have designed for different purposes. In case if you want to design your own dashboard, click on here and you can add items and resources here. And then once you've done it, click on customization and you will get items here. Anyway, I'm going to show these things to you whenever appropriate in different sections of this course. Let me delete this dashboard. And in order to create a resource in Azure, you have to go here and select the appropriate one. But in case if you can't view the right resource here, so for example, let's say traffic manager, I can't see here. In that case, click on all services and then you can see all the services are categorized into different categories. So you have general, compute, network, which should include traffic manager. And in case if you are regularly creating some services, then you can favorite them. Okay. That's how you can create. And there is one more way to create is click on create a resource here and type the resource name. Basically, you are searching for a service in the marketplace. However, one thing you need to keep in mind is this marketplace not only include the services provided by Azure, but also include services provided by third-party providers on the platform of Azure. So for example, Barracuda Firewall. So if you type in, see here, this is the service provided by Barracuda Networks. Okay, it's not by Microsoft, but they are using the CPU or virtual machines of Azure and deploy their platform on it and offering that platform as a service to you on a pay-as-you-go basis. Okay, so keep in mind you have two types of services, one directly provided by Microsoft and some services that are provided by third-party providers on the platform of Azure. Okay, and first of all, let's create a resource group now. You can create like this. For example, search like this and then create a resource group. However, if you want to create in a different way, you just click on here and click on add. Okay. And then I'm going to name this as test RG. And subscription is Azure Trainings. Whenever you create any resource, including resource group, that resource should belong to a subscription and you have to select it. And also, whenever you create a resource, for most of the resources, you need to select a location. There are few resources that are global, doesn't belong to a location. For example, Traffic Manager, where you won't select a location for the resource, but 99% of the cases, you will select a location for the resource. Okay, these two are generally mandatory. Click on create. And this is how you can view all the resources basically, or resource groups. And if you want to filter down, you can filter down based on the subscription or the locations or the tags, and also you can group them by subscription and location. Okay, so let's click on TestRG. I'm going to explain about tags in a minute, but let's click on it. Here you can see all the resources that belong to that resource group and also some metadata of that resource group, such as to which subscription it belongs to, any tags associated with it, what deployments has been carried out, etc. And the second thing is activity logs. Activity logs basically provide the administrative activity data that has been carried out on that particular resource. So in this case, we created a resource group, hence, you have one update resource succeeded. So you can click on it. And then if you come down here, you can view the metadata associated with it. So if you click on JSON, come down here, and what operation has been carried out, you can see here. Okay. And access control. In case if you want to delegate the access to this resource group to somebody else, then you can assign a contributor role or owner role to this resource group to somebody. And the details of this role-based access control, I'm going to discuss in the security section of the course. And tags, you can assign a tag to any resource in Azure. Basically, you use tags in order to classify them into, like, let's say dev, test, prod, pre-prod, like that, or you can include the cost center details into these tags. So for example, if my cost center, so let's say cost center and training cost center. And then if you save here, now if you close this, now you can see here, refresh this. It should come here, sorry, training. Let's see what happened. Tags, cost center, training, cost center, training. Okay, I just searched for training but not cost center. You should see ideally, maybe it is taking more time or don't know. Ideally, you should be able to see here tags. I don't know why exactly that is not being displayed, because I just added tag here. Anyway, give it a minute. And the next thing is events. Events are basically any events that are happening on this particular resource group. You can subscribe to those events and do something with it. So classic example might be is, for example, a virtual machine has been stopped or started. In that case, you can capture that event and send an email to somebody. Okay, that's how you can do. And at a resource group level, you can see the resource costs also. And you can see the deployments, any deployments that happened here. Basically, we don't have anything in this resource group, hence nothing is displayed. But if you go to the other resource group that I already have, which contains a virtual machine, if you click on resource cost, then you can see the cost and where the cost is attributed to. And also deployments, you can see what deployments happened in this particular resource group. You can see policies. In case if you apply any policies, you can see the compliance details related to that policy here. And if you come here, you can see the monitoring related stuff. For example, you can set alerts to get alerted. You can see the metrics associated with this resource group. Similarly, diagnostic settings and so on. So there are a lot of things that you can see against a particular resource, not only resource group, but against any particular resource. And these menu items, will be different for different resources. So for example, for VM, the configuration settings will be different when compared to a database, isn't it? So this particular menu will get changed based on the resource type. Okay. So this is all about resource groups. I know I went very quickly, but believe me, we will go through these things many times throughout this course. So don't worry about it at the moment. Let's see whether the tags came. No. Surprising. Let's go to resource groups. Now see, got it. Now you can filter down based on the tag also. Okay. I'm happy now it is working. I don't want to leave something that is not working. Now, in order to view subscriptions, you can type in subscription here and then click on subscriptions. And you can see here one subscription, but I already have two subscriptions, but I put a global subscriptions filter to show only Azure trainings. Okay. And if you click on this subscription, then you can see the details of this subscription, billing period, to which directory it belongs to. As I said in the theory lecture, every subscription should belong to a tenant, and what is my role, currency, what is the status, subscription name, which you can change anytime, etc. And similar to resource group, for subscriptions also, you can delegate access using contributor owner roles and any custom roles if you want, or you can provide read-only role also. And security, basically this information is fetched from the security center. Generally you use security center to monitor the security posture of your solution and take any necessary steps, because security center provides recommendations based on the analysis it carried out on your systems. Okay, but security center, I'll talk it in detail in the Azure security section of this course. Similarly, events, we discussed we can subscribe to events and do something with it. Basically, either you send an email, log it into a blob in a storage account, and so on. And you have cost management here, cost analysis. You can carry out cost analysis here, where you are incurring more cost, and see whether you can do something with it or not. And you can see invoices. And in case if you purchased any external services, then you can view here. So for example, if you have purchased a service from Barracuda, then you can view here. Okay. And you can see the payment information and partner information here. You can update your partner information in case you have partner ID. However, there is one very key portal that you still need to learn about it, which is Microsoft account. I don't know what this called as, but it's like a Microsoft account portal. In case if you subscribed for enterprise agreement, then you will get a year portal. But here I have this portal where you can see all the subscriptions you have. So for example, click here and you can see I have two subscriptions here, research and development and Azure trainings. And if you click on Azure trainings, now here you can see all the costs that I have incurred, and you can see billing history, and you can set alerts also. For example, if the cost is crossing certain limit, then you can get alerted. And here you can manage the payment methods and download the usage details, contact Microsoft support, change the subscription details. For example, change the name of the subscription, change subscription address, partner information, and even you can transfer the subscription from one tenant to another tenant. Basically, you have a subscription with all the resources and you want to change the ownership of that subscription to somebody else, then you can transfer it. However, be very extremely careful about transferring the subscription from one tenant to another tenant, because you will lose all the role-based access control features. Because in the new tenant, that users might not be there. So you lose that. So be very careful when you are transferring the subscription. So that's it for this demonstration. In this lab demonstration, I have taken you through Azure portal and I have shown you how to view different Azure services that are available. And I have shown you how to create a resource group, went very quickly about different features and configuration settings associated with resource group. And I have shown you how to view subscriptions and different details of the subscription. And finally, I have shown you account portal and how to view the subscriptions here also. Okay. So now you got familiarized with Azure at a very high level. Now let's deep dive into each area of Azure. In other words, we will go through storage area, then compute area, then network area, and so on. Okay, so see you in the next section of the course.